Hey everyone, I'm sorry it's been a long time since my last video. Advent's always a busy time for me. But last time we left off talking about the law of personification as outlined in Bill Whitcomb's book, The Magician's Companion, a practical and encyclopedic guide to magical and religious symbolism. And we also touched on the corollary to the law of personification, which is the law of invocation and evocation. Today we're going to talk more about those two. Now, the occult laws of invocation and evocation are fundamental to how occultism works and how the entire Western mystery tradition looks at this thing. And because demonology evolved out of the Western mystery tradition, you cannot separate these occult laws from demonology, even though you think of it probably as a division of a field of study within religion or the church, and the church talks very poorly about occultism. The two are interconnected and cannot be separated in this context. So let's talk about these two laws, and I'm going to read directly from the book. Any concepts, forces, or objects which manifest as entities can and should be treated as real beings. Now, this next part's even more important. These beings, or patterns, can also be viewed as objectified aspects of ourselves. But it is useless, perhaps even dangerous, to take this attitude while actually dealing with them. Remember, we talked about this last time. Do not be fooled just because something is only the personification of a pattern of energies. You can be described this way too, okay? It's important to understand that when we talk about things like angels and demons and human beings and any kind of being, short of perhaps God himself, which is also kind of a objectification because we're using pronouns and whatnot, you're talking about patterns of energy that get objectified in the system, in the story of reality, in order for us to be able to relate to reality. So when we invoke something, that is calling to something, a pattern of energy for help, like in the context of praying for the intercession of a saint, or asking for your guardian angel's assistance, or evocation, using occult ritual to control an occult force, in the case of perhaps conjuring a demon to do your bidding. In a sense, you could say that exorcism is both invocation and evocation. And because these are principles, aspects of ourselves being objectified and personified, we must, in context to the exorcism, treat them as independent beings.